get somebody out to the scene of the accident. Yeah, who's available? Well, great. Send Ramon out there and tell him we're going to do a live remote from there, but to tape it because we may put it on the 6:30 news, okay? Yeah, and call me the very second you have anything else on this. I'll be here at least until lunch, okay? The rest of the morning. Just give me a call. Great. Now go! Hi. Did you have a chance to look over those figures I gave you?
Yes, I did. My clients will buy 13 30-second television commercial spots.
Great. I'll just have the contract sent over to you. But we are going to have the SEC approval on the content, okay?
That'll come when I return the contract.
Great. Wonderful. Okay, 13. Wait just a minute. 13:30. Yeah. Oh, the homeless thing is... Okay, great. Could you have it ready for 4 o'clock this afternoon? Yeah. No. Don't dub in the music yet. I want to talk to Ken about it. I may not want to use the music at all, okay? Great. Okay, 4 o'clock. Thanks. Oh. What's that look?
Well, it's a look of admiration.
Well, with you, darling, I never can tell.
I never would have thought my ditzy sister could run an operation like this.
Well, you know, I don't think you and your ditzy sister have ever done business together.
Oh, except for the time that we ran a lemonade stand when we were kids.
Oh, I forgot about that. How old were we when we did that?
I don't know. I wasn't even in school.
I think we ended up fighting, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Well, let's hope we've matured a little since then.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can skip the ditzy crack.
Thank you.
And I also think that we probably won't have anything to argue about over this particular business transaction.
Good.
Have you heard anything about Anna Devane?
No, nothing yet.
You think she's still alive?
Well, I think there's always the possibility, yes.
How's Robin?
Robin is still suffering from a very deep trauma.
What, is she blocking out what happened the night her mother was kidnapped?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
This Robert Scorpio, he and the Laverys are very close friends, aren't they?
Yes, they're very close friends.
And Sean as well, of course.
Yeah, Sean is. He's known him actually longer than I am.
Sean was on his way in to see Duke when I ran into him this morning.
Aha! So you ran into Sean this morning.
Yes, purely by accident.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Tiffany, I think we ought to get something straight about Sean.
Yeah, I think we ought to also.
As far as he's concerned, all I want is to be an understanding friend.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want you to be an understanding anything to him.
You don't believe me, do you?
Hey.
You know, there are a lot of good-looking men in Port Charles.
Oh, yes.
I don't see why I need to waste my time trying to become involved with a man with whom my sister is already involved.
Well, you know, I agree with you, and I don't understand why you're doing it, but you have been doing that since you have been here, and I honestly and truly think it's just because of the competition between the two of us.
But I've made it.
Really?
Oh, yes. I mean, I think I'm right up there with you. I'm young. I'm rich. I don't think I'm the ugly duckling anymore. And as they say in the TV commercial, I've earned it.
Are you implying I haven't?
Oh, no. I just think your way was probably more fun.
Uh-huh. It had its moments.
You know, deep down, we really love each other.
I would say it's very deep down right now.
And if the chips were down, we'd always be there for each other.
I guess you're right.
Well, you're a busy woman. I'm certainly a busy woman.
Well, I think we actually aired a few things out, didn't we?
Yeah,
Thanks
and
for
I'm
coming
glad.
Okay. End of competition, okay? No more.
You know, there's just one thing that I don't understand.
What?
Well, if you're as successful as you say you are, what are you doing with this grubby little office?
I should have known. I was believing everything you said, you know, but you are just impossible. Impossible. The alarm is off in my brain right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do.
Great. Look, Duke,
I guess I can't force you to take my advice about Robert, and I still don't know what the hell you mean when you say there are other ways of helping to find Anna, because you don't seem to want to go into it. There's not much else I can say to you.
There's nothing more to get into. It's just an expression I would use. Maybe go out and break down some doors myself.
Oh, come on, Duke. The most sensible way of handling this whole thing is to work with the police.
Well, if I were to work with the police, Robert would have to open up to me.
And maybe you'd have to open up with him. And maybe there's something that you don't seem to understand or hasn't been pointed out to you.
What?
You know, there's an added weight on Robert's shoulders.
What is that?
Everything seemed to point to the theory that Anna was abducted because someone wanted to get back at Robert. However, there's a distinct possibility that the main target was really Robin, and Anna was taken by mistake. Now, this whole crime seems to be one of revenge.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I do. So why don't you put yourself in Robert's place? I mean, how would you feel? What kind of suffering would you go through if you found out that Anna was abducted because somebody wanted revenge against you? Or maybe you can't even conceive of that.
Oh, you're wrong. Yes, I can.
In any event, Robert wants you on our side, and so do I. Think about it. But don't take too long, okay? Because the most important person in this whole thing right now is Anna.
I know that.
I'll be in touch.
He came over here to... Came over to tell me that...
I heard. I heard it all.
So it seems I have a choice. I've either got to stick with Jerome, or else I've got to go with Robert.
Boss, if you go to Robert Scorpio, you're going to have to tell him of your involvement with Jerome.
I know.
You'll be damned if you do and damned if you don't. And worse.
Why?
Worse.
Why?
If you open up to the police about Jerome, boss, you're a dead man.
Do you know, I think I would rather be dead than to feel the way I do just now. I'd much rather be dead if I could have Anna back safely. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm climbing the walls. I've got to make a decision. I've got to make a choice. And yeah, I don't trust Robert. And I don't trust Jerome. But I've got to make a decision. I've got to make a move. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but every single minute counts. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
Well, now, as I understand it, you doubled my son's investments.
Yes, but I really don't like that much pressure. I prefer more conservative ventures.
Splendid.
Your son's a very nice man.
Yes, he is. But immature.
Well, I shouldn't say it, but I agree with you.
No, when you agree with me, I never mind hearing it.
Oh, I do like maturity.
Really? How mature do you go?
Very mature.
Yeah, we should get along just fine, Cheryl. Just call me Edward.
Oh, thank you, I shall. Coffee?
Black.
All right. There is one thing I think we ought to discuss before we get down to money matters.
Well, I'm free to discuss anything you have in mind. My time is yours.
Well, if I'm going to handle your investments, I have to have your complete confidence. You have to trust my decisions. That means to me that we need to get to know each other better so that you can know that you really want me to handle your money.
You do have a point.
You may not want to take the time, but I'm afraid I'm going to insist on it.
Time to get to know you better? I'd be delighted. What did you have in mind?
Oh, perhaps we could spend an evening together, alone. Could you manage that?
I could force myself.
Cocktails, dinner for two?
Yes, I think I'd have a great deal more confidence after that. Perhaps we should dine together several times.
Oh, well, you'd be my guest.
Never. I'm too old-fashioned for that. I pay.
Oh, well, I love that.
The old-fashioned type?
Yes. I find mature, old-fashioned men irresistible. Mr. Baldwin, I don't think you have an appointment.
No, I guess I didn't have an appointment.
Scott, good to see you.
Hello, Edward. Nice to see you.
If you will excuse me, I need to talk
No,
to
wait.
my secretary.
Don't fire your secretary. I sort of schmoozed my way in here.
I can tell that you did. She's not getting any gold stars for that.
The old Baldwin charm again, huh?
Well, you're one of the few people in town, I think, that would say that.
Always liked you, Scott.
Well, I've given enough people reason to hate me.
Having a bit of the scoundrel in myself, I never mind it when I run into it in other people, provided I'm prepared for it.
Well, I would never, ever try and pull anything over on you, Edward.
You're smart, too.
Well, I've always looked up to you.
Well.
And in a way, I sort of emulate you.
No, you could do a hell of a lot worse.
Now, are you here on a business call or social call?
Well, it was business, but it became quite social. She's a bright young woman.
Yes, she is.
Do you know her?
Well, you know, not on a one-on-one basis. I know a little bit about her, and she seems like a tigress.
But an old-fashioned one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a smart young woman. I feel rather protective of her.
Oh, is that so?
But at the same time, I have great confidence in her. And I have a feeling that my confidence is going to increase.
You didn't fire your secretary, did you?
I don't mean to sound rude, but that's really none of your business. Now, I was discussing business with Mr. Quartermain, who had an appointment.
And I have a feeling that this meeting has gone just about as far as it can go.
Perhaps it has.
But I'm sure the next one will go much further. Scott, keep in touch with me, huh?
I will. Always look forward to seeing you.
My dear, you're a great pleasure to do business with.
Thank you. I hate being barged in on.
I guess that could be a little annoying.
Oh, yes, very annoying. Especially considering I hardly know you.
But you know what? I feel like I know you real well.
What has that got to do with anything?
Hospital takeovers mean anything to you?
A side of business I'm not familiar with.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did mention that when we had breakfast that morning.
You know, this really is annoying. Why don't you just get to the point?
Well, it's just that I know for a fact that you were involved in several disastrous hospital takeovers down in Florida.
What do you want from me?
Nothing at the moment.
It's an evasive answer.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'll see you around.
It was so sweet of you to bring me here for lunch. Thank you.
I was hoping you'd like the Willow Tree Inn.
Oh, I love it. Oh, and the fire. It feels so good and warm. You know, I've been a little depressed today.
Why, baby?
Well, I talked to Bobby this morning. Oh, she was so sad I could have just cried over Jake. You know, and then I had a business meeting with Cheryl, and Cheryl always depresses me. And then I've been thinking about Anna and Robin. I don't know. Have you heard anything new?
Not since the last time I talked with you. By the way, I want to thank you. You've been so good about keeping a lid on everything I've told you about this case.
I wouldn't have done anything to mess it up. Do you think that... I mean, does Robert really still believe that Anna is alive and is being held in place?
Yes, he does.
Is it true?
I think it's true, yeah.
Well, good. Then I'll hold on to that thought.
Hold on to another thought, too, sweetheart. You know, Anna was trained by me in the WSB to survive. So I know wherever she is, she's putting that training to use.
Robin.
Yeah, I know. I am very concerned about Robin's mental state. But I have great faith in Tom and his staff.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one new development today I should tell you about.
What?
You know, there's been bad feelings between Robert and Duke.
Yeah, and I don't think either one of them need that right now, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. So I went to see Duke earlier today and told him that Robert wanted to forget those misunderstandings and start working together.
Oh, good. How is Duke?
He's frustrated.
Well, it's understandable. I bet he felt better, though, when you told him about Robert. No, he didn't?
No. No. The rift between them is pretty deep.
Well, how did you leave it?
Robert's offer?
Yeah.
On the table, so to speak.
I can't believe that Duke wouldn't accept that.
Duke's behavior these last few days has been very strange.
Well, for good reason, don't you think?
Yeah, but there seems to be something else going on with him.
What?
I don't know. I was really surprised when he didn't accept Robert's offer then and there.
Well, I think if he wants to help Anna, what other choices he have?
Yeah.